it's the mortgage rate that you can't afford to pay right now, right?
In fact, lots of people are worried about debt, whether it's personal or associated with the U.S. federal government. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about when that debt can make sense and when it might not. And what got me thinking about this was a podcast I was recently listening to called The Raging Moderates with Scott Galloway. And here's his fellow podcaster talking a bit about what her concerns are.
And I actually wanted to ask you about this because it loops into the conversation we were just having about messaging, about threats to democracy, et cetera. You know, how can we effectively message the deficit? Because when I talk to, my friends about it, or my mom's gentleman suitor, he says, well, okay, look, let's talk about the deficit. You know what the deficit is? It's the mortgage rate that you can't afford to pay right now. Right? Like that's how it's manifesting in your life, that it's keeping young people off the property ladder, for instance. And I feel like we have done none of that. Talking about the links between
100%.
those two things. It feels like this amorphous thing that you are constantly kicking down the proverbial road. And I want to hear it in terms of interest rates, mortgage rates, cost of living expenses. I mean, we have this number that Trump's plan will cost us $4.6 trillion. Right, that's what I'll add to the deficit. Put that in real terms for somebody who took a flyer on this chaos agent heading into this election, right? Like the 32-year-old that has a $150,000 job, doesn't feel they'll ever be able to buy a house, is struggling to find a mate. Like, make the deficit real for that person.